Welcome to Cooking with Bobby Joe. Today we're going to be making lemon herb chicken in the crock pot, and I had to come out to the garden to pick some herbs. And I just wanted to show you the garden and how much it has grown. It has grown a lot. But I was going to start down here on the bare end. These are my blueberry bushes. They were just planted a couple of months ago. So it takes a couple of years. They should be produced. They produced a few They produced a few blueberries this year, but they should produce a lot more next year. I think they're already 2 years old. This is my grapevine. Working on getting it up the arbor. These are some peppers. These are mini sweet chocolate peppers. And I mean, I'm loaded down with them. Hey, Bobby Joe. And I've been growing these for 3 years. They wouldn't grow at the other house. I'd put them in the sunroom in the wintertime, and they still, I'm not going to pull that because it's going to pull that one up. They would still not produce, and I put them back out in the summer hoping they would produce. These plants have been growing for 3 years, and they just have not been producing anything. So this year, we moved over here, I just stuck this out here, and they came up and they produced. So I was happy about that. Over here is my vegetables. Look how tall my tomato bushes are. I got squash, cucumber. I've got another grapevine on this side that I'm working on. It's not growing as quickly as the other, so I've been doing some fertilizing. I have oregano here, basil. This is Thai basil. This is more oregano. I have lavender. And then back here, this is cucumber. All these little flowers are going to be cucumbers. See the cucumbers? And it's loaded down with flowers. This is a squash plant behind it with these big giant leaves. It's a squash plant. And I just picked this off my squash plant. We're going to have that for dinner. I've got marigolds planted all the way down. Marigolds are good at getting rid of or keeping pests away, the bad pests away. I've seen a lot of ladybugs on them, which is good. Seen a lot of bees, which is good. But these are my tomatoes. I think I planted 2 beefsteak tomatoes and 1 early girl tomato. My early girl is the smaller bush, but look at all the tomatoes. I'm just waiting for them to ripen, and we will pick those and make something with some tomatoes. Down here we have our pepper bushes. These are producing purple bell peppers. They might be purple sweet peppers. I'm not sure what they're called, but all of these in the center are chili peppers, and they're loaded down with peppers. They just have to turn. And then those 2 on the end are some sort of bell pepper. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait till they come up to find out what they are. But aren't the marigolds just beautiful? They've gotten really big. Okay, and down here we have my flowers. So what we've got left is we have the petunias. They survive usually all summer long. They just spread. And these look velvety. They're so pretty. We have this, and I need to cut some of these dead ones off so more flowers will come back. And these are sunflowers. I didn't plant those, the birds did from the bird feeders, and I just let them grow. I probably need to separate them a little bit. We got black-eyed Susans, which are finally blooming. And they're going to be blooming out all around the bird bath. See, you can see some of them are already blooming, and some of them are about to bloom. But they'll be all around the bird bath. It'll be real pretty. It'll attract some bees to the garden. My lilies are pretty much done. They had their show. These are daisies, and they're still blooming. I have to keep cutting them back because see these dead ones, I need to cut those off. But they'll keep blooming. They'll keep producing more greenery and blooming all summer. And I got purple. I need to look up what this is. I always call it a butterfly bush because a butterfly plant because it attracts butterflies. But I need to look up the official name. My impatiens have really taken off. I love how these up here at the front just grow over the blocks. Aren't those pretty? But that's my garden. And that's what we've gotten so far. So far I've harvested some peppers and some squash. Actually, this is my first squash. Waiting for some cucumbers because I'm going to juice those. So I'm going to cut some basil. I think I'm going to do sweet basil and just regular oregano to go in our chicken. And then we'll come back for the chicken recipe here in a few minutes. It's going to be a simple recipe. You just stick it in the crock pot and let it cook a few hours. All right, see you in a few minutes in the kitchen. So I ended up picking sweet basil, Thai basil, and oregano, and I'm just going to wash it up. It smells so good. When it comes straight out of the garden, it has the best fragrance. Then I place about a tablespoon of olive oil in the bottom of the crock pot. Actually, I think it's more than a tablespoon, but it poured out very quickly. And I'm just going to take a basting brush and I'm going to baste it all around just to make sure all the sides are covered. Then I rinse my chicken, and you don't have to rinse the chicken. The FDA now says it isn't required, but I still do it because I've seen a chicken plant, but it is your personal preference. Place the chicken in the crock pot, and I am using 2 split breasts. I usually do thighs, but they were on sale at United Grocery for 79 cents a pound, so I went ahead and got the split breast because I always go with whatever's on sale. I got a big family pack of these and separated them into packs of 2, and I just stuck them in the deep freeze. Salt and pepper both sides of the chicken. I then spread a tablespoon of minced garlic on the tops of the chicken. I take the herbs off of the stems and I place the leaves on top of the chicken. And I take lemon and I slice it up and place it on top of the chicken. So there's all kinds of goodness on top of the chicken. Then pour about an inch of chicken stock or broth in the bottom of the crock pot. I recommend always cooking chicken on low in your crock pot. It will dry out too quickly on high. And chicken doesn't take long to cook in a slow cooker. Usually 3 hours is the longest it needs to cook. The internal temperature should be 165 degrees Fahrenheit if you want to check that to be on the safe side. So put your lid on and just let it cook. This stuff smells so good. I wish y'all could smell it. There you have it, Crock-Pot lemon garden herb chicken. This stuff is so drill worthy. I removed the leaves from Steve's chicken because he doesn't like the green stuff, but I enjoyed fresh basil and oregano on mine. This chicken is so juicy and tender out of the Crock-Pot. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to tune in on Friday for the next episode of Lake Hill City Birds. I'll be showing you how to make bird feeders from 2-liter bottles. Have a blessed week and bye for now.